All right, my friends, I am physiologically hungry now and I'm going to break my fast. It's about 1:50 p.m. So I'm going to have 2 pounds of ground beef, and this ground beef came from Walmart. Okay, this is just regular supermarket beef, and we're going to talk about that while I cook up this feast. Now, I do have fresh farm eggs handcrafted by Nisha. Well, actually, the hens made them, but Nisha collected them. I got my cast iron skillet. We're going to put some bacon grease. Both of our containers are full. I got to buy another container, so I just had to use a bowl to put the bacon grease from our last bacon in. But I'd much rather be rich in bacon grease as to not have any. We're going to put a good dollop in there to get everything going. Now, let's talk about beef. Is this toxic and dangerous? Is it full of antibiotics and hormones? Or is it still a health food, even though it's just regular supermarket Walmart beef? So certain antibiotics, if this cow was sick and they gave it antibiotics, they have to wait 21 days before they send this cow to the processor. Same for hormones. The only hormones that's legal to give cattle now is bovine growth hormone, which is the hormone that cows actually make themselves. They just give them a little higher dose of it so they grow faster and get bigger. It's not like it's a weird chemical. It's just cow growth hormone, which cows already make. But they also have to have a washout period so that that's completely gone before this meat goes to the processor. So this is just ground beef. Is this going to have microplastics, nanoplastics because of the wrap? Probably a little bit. But if you really want to eat something that's high in nanoplastics, eat a bowl of cereal, because that's really going to be high in it. Is this not the coolest little spatula? It's probably Nisha's. I don't know. Other meats that you might have questions about would be like, well, okay, well, so if supermarket beef is okay, what about bologna? What about hot dogs? What about stuff like that? All bologna and hot dogs are ground up meat. So it's like a puree. Then they add some salt, add some spices, and then they put it in the casing, and there you go. There's nothing magically disastrous or terrible or dangerous about hot dogs or bologna. They are still a healthy food choice for you. Now, of course, if you're going to buy hot dogs or bologna, you always want to be an ingredient detective. I've told you that about 1,000 times, but you never just assume, even if it's the same brand, that you checked the ingredients 3 months ago and you're like, it's the same brand, it's fine. No, at any moment they can change the ingredients. Anytime you buy a meat product that has multiple ingredients, you want to read them. And if there's any ingredient you're like, I don't know what that is, look it up. That's what the internet is for. The vast majority of the time, if you read the ingredients on bologna, on sausage, on hot dogs, and you're like, that's pretty darn clean right there. It's got less than 1 gram of sugar per reasonable serving size. That's perfectly fine. Buy it and eat it. It's a health food. Let me tell you about these eggs. These things, the yolk especially, is about as nutrient dense as you can possibly get. An egg white contains all the amino acids that your body needs in almost the perfect ratios. This is also full of amino acids as well, right? Full of protein. The yolk of these eggs, because those chickens weren't kept in a barn and fed a vegan diet, guess what? Chickens are not vegans, okay? Chickens want to eat bugs and worms and snakes and dead birds and other stuff, and it makes their yolks a nutrition powerhouse. Speaking of eggs, what if all you can afford is the eggs from Walmart or your local supermarket? Are they okay? Are they nutrient void? Are they nutrient dense? Those almost assuredly come from chickens that are kept in confinement. It may say cage free, it may say all kinds of little marketing health washing terms on the carton of eggs, but they did not have the life that our chickens have here on OB Farms. They are not going to be as rich in vitamins and minerals. Does that make them bad? Does that make them... No, it doesn't make them bad. It just makes them less good. First of all, when somebody says this is good for you or this is bad for you, your first question should be, compared to what? Should you just eat a bowl of Lucky Charms instead of eating the eggs at the supermarket? Hell no. The eggs at the supermarket are not quite as nutrient dense as farm fresh eggs. They come from hens that are not quite as happy and well treated, but that does not mean that they're bad. It just means they're less good. I'm by no means a chef, okay? I'm sure I did a lot of things wrong here that Chris Cooking Nashville or some chef would be like, dude, don't do it like that. But you know what? Granddaddy Barry says it's all going the same place anyway, so I don't really care. So I'm going to put some Redmond's garlic salt and then I'm gonna stir the scramble up, and then I'm gonna eat it. I'd love to know what's your go-to fast breaker, breakfast. Yeah, on keto, on ketovore, on carnivore, even on the line diet. What do you break your fast with, and what time of day do you normally break your fast? Are you one of those people that's got to eat first thing in the morning as soon as they wake up, or do you wait until you're truly hungry before you break your fast? Tell me in the comments. I know at least one person who's new to this is going to say, don't you get bored eating beef and eggs every day? No. One of the beautiful things about a carnivore diet is that you learn to just eat when you're hungry. And when you're truly hungry, this is going to taste amazing, even if you've had it for the last 14 mornings in a row. Just try it. Carnivore for 90 days, beef, butter, bacon, and eggs, and see what almost miraculous things happen to your health. So that's my breakfast, and I'm not worried that this is not grass-finished beef. I wouldn't be worried if these were just supermarket eggs, because this is still a healthy breakfast. This is still health food. Just eat the foods that your ancestors have eaten for thousands and thousands of years, and your health will improve. If you're thinking about trying the carnivore diet, but nobody in your family or your friend circle is supportive and on board, we have a private community that you can join. There's 3 different levels, so however much support you personally need, we're waiting and we're willing to give you that support. There's a link in the show notes. This is Dr. Barry. I'll see you next time. I'm going to eat.